Modern high-tick rate multiplayer environments crush game engines under their own computational weight. Increasing visual fidelity inherently increases processing overhead. In a live environment, that overhead translates directly to network latency and instability. For decades, proprietary engines relied on monolithic, hard-coded C++ architectures to process game logic. Every subsystem, from audio to physics, was bound together in a single executable. This design dictates that even a minor gameplay tweak requires a complete code recompilation to test if a single value adjustment works. It halts development iteration and creates production bottlenecks. To keep Source 2 competitive, Valve had to dismantle the internal architecture rather than simply patching the legacy framework. Source 2 achieves its efficiency by migrating to a decentralized, data-driven pipeline. This framework extracts rendering, animation, and core logic out of the engine binary and distributes them into modular files. By decoupling these systems, an update to character movement or a crash in the audio handler no longer bottlenecks the entire game state. The engine functions as a runtime environment designed to load and interpret these modular components on the fly. The bedrock of this new ecosystem is a system known as vData. Instead of hard-coding variables, vData isolates game parameters, like weapon stats and environmental effects, into accessible text files. When a developer edits that file, the game state instantaneously updates, bypassing the traditional loading bar and recompilation sequence. Everything from NPC behavior algorithms to weather turbulence is now stored in these modular packets. Placing raw game logic into end-user editable formats accelerates iteration for developers and streamlines modding capabilities for the community. To interact with this exposed data, Source 2 implemented Pulse, a visual scripting tool designed to replace legacy systems like vScript. Pulse handles map events, various user interfaces, and complex scripted sequences. It acts as the logic trigger, where a visual script executes the precise parameters defined inside the vData files. Offloading map interactions to a visual node system allows level designers to author complex gameplay events without needing engineers to write low-level code. Rendering high-density geometry at a massive scale requires a completely distinct modern method for the GPU to efficiently digest massive amounts of environmental data. To handle this, Source 2 utilizes mesh shaders. This shader structure lets the GPU efficiently process large batches of triangles simultaneously, rather than rendering them through older, sequential pipelines. The engine supplements this geometry rendering with native support for temporal anti-aliasing techniques, including NVIDIA's DLSS and AMD's FSR. Combining efficient triangle batching with image upscaling allows Source 2 to push high-polygon scenes without overwhelming consumer hardware. While the wider industry attempts to force real-time ray tracing into live gameplay, Source 2 takes a deliberately restricted approach. Ray tracing is cordoned off within the Hammer editor, operating exclusively as a tool to preview lighting layouts before the final light maps are baked. Once the light map is baked for live runtime, the engine switches pathways. Source 2 relies on distance fields to execute occlusion, shadows, and reflections during gameplay. Distance fields store surfaces inside a localized 3D grid, calculating the mathematical proximity between those surfaces to generate shading. Retrieving grid coordinates requires a fraction of the computational power needed to calculate physical light bounces across an entire map. Bifurcating this pipeline provides maximum visual fidelity during the lighting phase while protecting player frame rates in the final build. Rendering is only half the equation. In multiplayer environments, detailed character animations generate bandwidth bloat. Legacy systems cause this bloat by storing complex state machines and skeletal logic directly inside the view model file. To solve this networking issue, Valve developed AnimGraph 2. AnimGraph 2 decouples the animation sequences and the skeleton data, ejecting them into separate external files. Moving the skeleton and state machine data away from the physical model reduces the data packets required to synchronize character movement across a multiplayer network. This decoupled architecture also permits granular rendering optimizations, most notably bone level of detail. As a character moves further from the camera, the engine calculates significantly fewer skeletal joints, dropping complex finger and wrist calculations in favor of basic arm vectors. The state machine itself is also segregated, running core resolved logic independently from animation variations. AnimGraph 2 breaks complex visual movements down into lightweight, scalable data streams. With these modular foundations secured, the engine has the overhead required to run complex, real-time environmental simulations. The engine now generates procedural audio at runtime, synthesizing modulated wind effects based on the player's speed and proximity to objects. That same procedural wind data feeds into the rendering pipeline, driving a physical hair simulation that continuously updates based on the environment. For single-player environments, Source 2 applies a similar economy of processing to non-player characters through AI level of detail. This system dynamically throttles an NPC's situational senses and processing logic based on their line of sight and physical distance from the player. While AnimGraph 2 conserves multiplayer bandwidth, AI level of detail is a CPU-saving measure designed to manage high populations of units in solo campaigns. This technical blueprint illustrates the finalized architecture of the Source 2 ecosystem. Game logic is abstracted into accessible text files and visual scripting nodes. The rendering pipeline separates development tools like ray tracing from high-performance runtime solutions like distance fields. Character animations are decoupled from their 3D models to ensure network stability under heavy loads. Source 2 reaches this level of fidelity by substituting the brute force of hardware with modular decoupling and data-driven systems engineering.